All right. Right. Good morning, everybody. All right, let's get started. Yeah. All right. Last night in the US, managed to close higher again on some positive economic data, which lifted investor sentiment. We had unemployment benefit claims, which fell, with purchase of previously owned homes for October, which rose unexpectedly. So pretty good performance, seeing that for most of yesterday, Europe was pretty badly down, and the S&P was down for most of yesterday. Obviously, our market was down a little under 2%, a big sell-off, but everything looks rosy again this morning, and it looks like we're going to be moving higher. Actually, the market's just opened, futures just opened up 200 points as we do this. Chip maker Intel rallied strongly after raising its forward guidance for 2015 and increasing its dividend, and retailer Best Buy surged higher after releasing earnings that beat analysts' estimates. Out of Asia, you can see they're mostly positive out of Asia this morning. Not a lot, but up a bit. We had SoftBank and Foss Retailing, two heavyweights in Tokyo, trading well. In Hong Kong and Shanghai, People's Bank of China injected liquidity into the financial system, so we had the financials leading there with Haitong Securities and Founder Securities outperforming. While we on Hang Seng, we had Tencent, which was down 0.75%, so we'll see what impact that has on our space. And then in Aussie down a little bit. And I saw Billy's in Aussie also down a fraction, not as much as previous days, but not finding a rebound just yet. All right, charts of interest today is 150 years of oil prices, and what's interesting is different to stock markets. The bull markets are generally shorter than the bear markets. So you can see the average bear market lasting sort of between 11 and 19 years, and then the bull market's a lot shorter, at sort of between 5 and 9 years. So there we can see where we are right now. We're sort of almost just starting a bit of a bear market, or what seems to be the start of a bear market. So it may not be a temporary pullback in oil prices. All right, corporate action today. We've got Illovo Sugar coming out. Headline earnings per share expected to be up 12.8% to 2.19, and a dividend of 41 cents expected. And then going ex-div on Monday, cum-div today, Datatec 88 cents, Redefine 34 cents, SA Breweries 26 US cents, and Vodacom 3.75. Very little out today that's going to move markets. UK public sector borrowing at 11.30. And Kansas City Fed manufacturing at 6. So absolutely nothing that's going to be moving markets today. All right, let's get into the charts. All right, first thing I want to show is the Aussie spot. You can see we sort of in October we formed this inverse head and shoulders, which had broke above nicely, reaching approximately 2/3 of the target, getting up to 45,500. We had quite a steep pullback over the last few sessions, 3 sessions, moving back 1,500 points. I guess there's potential for it to move a little bit lower to 43,500 to really test the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders. But if we get a reversal from here, I think we could still go and make that target by the end of the year. I think for confirmation, you probably want to see it take out the 200-day moving average again, which is at 44,500, which is 500 points higher than we are now. All right, the next one to show is the Platts. Yesterday, Joe showed Amplats breaking out. Let me just get some lines on here. He showed Amplats breaking out of this channel, and then yesterday, despite the platinum price being up quite significantly up, I think it was up about 1.5% for most of yesterday. it really reversed off that trend line, indicating that we could go and test the lows, which are just about 345. So yeah, unfortunately for guys buying Amplats, that breakout didn't happen. And then while we're on the topic, let's look at Impalas. Impalas, if we zoom this out a little bit, they spent a lot of time consolidating right below this previous low over here, which is about 84.50. And what's not looking good for Impalas is we've now reversed off that level and looking to head lower. So unless we can really go out and claim 84.50, it looks like we're going to be heading lower to possibly test sort of the 73-ish level in the near term. All right, the next one I want to have a look at is Kumba. I know this is one that Joe's covered a lot. It's been really under a lot of pressure. If we zoom in a little bit, this main level we were watching was 260. It broke below, and the breakdown from this level has been quite interesting because it's literally moved. It had moved down sort of 2% in the morning, and then hang around the same level the whole day, and then the next day it broke down and then held at the same level the whole day. So there's very little action sort of to trade during the actual day. So you pretty much the only easy money you would have made on Kumba would be short in CFDs. But we're still showing quite a clear 40 Rand target from 260, so the target here on Kumba around about 220 on the downside. Alright, another one that Joe's actually been following is CFR, and the flag continues here. Yesterday it's actually a really good looking flag. It's sort of broken out, and yesterday it really broke out early in the morning, but failed. Well, it hasn't completely failed yet, but it reversed obviously with the market. I think if we can hold this level and push higher, possibly through close at the high of the day around sort of 97, 97.50, that could be the sign that we're going to move back up, at least to test this 200-day moving average at about 102.50 at the moment. And a lot of guys have been talking about this MTN, when we should be buying MTN, which has been quite a tough one. If we look at this uptrend over here, we've actually just recently given it up. We sort of consolidated right about that uptrend and the 200-day moving average. We've given them both up. So at the moment, not looking good on MTN. I think really, there's been a big seller there for quite a while. There's also a little bit of a top that was formed over here with a target that, if we look at the height of this channel, we're looking at a target of around sort of between 200 and 210, somewhere there. So not looking bullish on MTN. I would really wait for a bit of confirmation that the seller has gone before re-entering. It is getting oversold, but the high probability trade here is to wait for it to turn first. And then the last one I want to have a look at is Naspers. Naspers, obviously, we had that amazing announcement a few days ago of their joint venture, which pushed them right into to 1600. We've been pulling back sharply since then. We're now coming back and retesting this support here at around, it's a rough level around 1430, 1435. We've got the 200-day moving average coming in just below 1400 at about 1395. If we get like a clear reversal of any of those levels, I still think Naspers is a pretty decent buy. And that's all for today, guys. Good luck trading.